Hey guys,
Yo,
welcome.
what the fuck been going on with Canada, man?
Hold on, can you say it without me interrupting you? I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was kind of a rough start of the pod. I'm sorry. That's how it's starting. Every podcast starts off with people are gonna think this is fake.
What's fake?
Because every time we start the podcast like this, every time where it's me like, oh, keep this in, like it'll be natural, and it just sounds like we're faking being natural, and now it's just like this thing that's going on often. But this is really how long it takes for us to start this podcast.
I think the smog got to your brain, bro.
Son, it's either long COVID or smog.
COVID, bro. Why am I here?
Long. You ever heard about long COVID?
What?
I don't know the facts. For you anti-vaxxers in the comments, please do not tear me apart. I don't know what long COVID is. I just have heard people say that and blame that for their lack of like memory.
Bro, that's just a recurring sickness, bro.
Yes, maybe I'm just dying slowly and surely, and I haven't been to a doctor in a year and a half, and maybe I need to get a physical done and some scans on my brain and my heart and my back and my knee and my ankle. And
after all that ash ingested, I think I want to go too, bro.
What?
I remember, it was like, when was it? It was like Tuesday when like everything started turning like yellow.
Yeah.
I went outside. I was like, why is it spicy out here, bro? I could have sworn they were having a barbecue outside. I was like, okay. We're getting it tasted like barbecue everywhere you went.
Son, I felt like I was like in a Zack Snyder movie. Like, you know, like the uncut Justice League movie, like where Batman is in like the desert fighting off those demons.
Oh yeah, like we're in Mexico.
Yeah. Mexico?
Yeah, bro. What?
Is Batman Mexican?
No, I'm just like, I'm not going off of that. I'm just saying it looked like we were in a Mexican episode.
In a Mexican
yeah.
Go on that. Go
what?
on about that.
Bro,
I don't understand what you mean by that.
Bro, have you ever watched like Breaking Bad or any representation of a Southern American country? It's
Breaking
always
Bad
yellow.
is set in Mexico?
No, but they're like right next to it. And like anytime the cartel shows up, the episode's yellow.
I don't know how much I believe this.
What?
I don't understand where you got the Mexico thing from.
That's literally how it's represented.
Are you saying Mexicans are yellow? That's a new slur for them. I don't think they've been called that.
Shit, to my eyes, maybe.
You're a bad guy.
Oh, well.
No, but I didn't know Mexico was portrayed in that way.
It's always yellow.
It just felt like we were in fucking hell. Like, it was red for like 3 days.
It was so bad.
It was scary.
That's the type of shit our ancestors sacrificed cities for.
Yeah. I haven't thought about that. Could you imagine? Like, now we have the internet and shit, right? But could you imagine if this was like the 1800s and we had no service, no nothing, and the sky turned red? I kept telling my coworkers as a joke, I'm like, oh, you see that figure in the air? You see that figure? They're like, what the fuck? It's like, that's Jesus Christ. This is our judgment day. We're all dying.
Every woman was rounded up. Every child was rounded up. Like, please, bro, not us.
But it is scary. Dude, that wasn't even an idea that crossed my mind. Because back then, there was, at least we knew, like, immediately everyone was like, oh, like, this is just the Canada wildfires or whatever.
I didn't know.
Not immediately, but after, like some deliberation. Like, you probably checked Twitter.
Yeah,
like, this guy went red and checked Twitter. Back in the day, they had to, like, send a pigeon to their cousin in the New England territory.
The
and then
pigeon
get back.
dies mid-flight from the smog.
You just think your cousin died. But no, now it's the beautiful day and age of technology. But I don't understand how this even happened.
There must have been a massive fire to fucking engulf the whole Northeast.
It
like
was
New
12.
York was crazy.
Yeah, it was
what?
the 12 wildfires simultaneously. I didn't even know Canada had forests. I'm gonna keep it real. I thought y'all were just ice and snow. Like,
no cap, bro. Every time someone would be like, "Oh, you don't know what cold is till you go to Canada." How do you have grass?
Do you guys even have the internet out there? I feel like we have no Canada fans just because the internet doesn't get out there.
I feel like mail is traveled by moose.
I feel like I want to fist fight like 72% of the Canadian population just because of the way, like, their demeanor. You know what I mean?
What?
Do you get that vibe from them? Like the demeanor of like
I don't think Canadians are real, bro. Name a Canadian.
I don't know a single Canadian that is native born Canadian.
Or Canadian in general.
Don't say Drake either. Because Drake, his dad's from Memphis. Okay. So Drake's
Bro, I don't think Drake is real, bro. I've never seen him in person.
I'm going to be honest. No, because now you're really onto something. Because I hear about shit that goes on in Canada, and I'm like, there's no like, half of Canada is not usable. You know that, right? It's like, I forgot what the percentage is, but half of Canada is like uninhabitable. Like, you can't, because it's too cold. How much of Canada is uninhabitable? How much of Canada is uninhabited? Wow, 80% of Canada is uninhabited. So how the fuck y'all start wildfire? Like, how the fuck are you guys doing these things to us good people down here in New Jersey? You know what I mean? Like, we didn't do nothing to y'all.
Paper straws, by the way. Paper straws.
Son, next time some motherfucker tells me I have to use a paper straw to save the fucking turtles, I'm gonna show them Mother Nature's effects on the fucking forest going on in...
How did that fire start?
So, okay, so you want to hear, like, the real, or you want to hear the conspiracy theory?
Both.
Okay, well, they're one and the same.
Okay.
Me and Drake been talking to the same girl, right? I've been DMing back and forth with Drake because, like, me and him have been talking to the same girl. And it's really been, like, it really has sucked, and it's really been, like, something that's detrimental to, like, our relationship. You know, we've been really building a good foundation in the music scene, me and Drake. I started the whole, you know, like, the Six movement. I started the whole, like, Toronto rap scene or whatever. Through Drake, I've been his ghostwriter for all these years. And then I find out that Drake's texting one of my girls, you know, like my girl, and that didn't, like, sit well with me, you know what I mean? Like, that didn't sit well with me because, like, Drake was supposed to be my boy, you know what I mean? Like brick for brick, pound for pound, like, I was his ghostwriter, he was my artist, like, that's it, like, and he betrayed my trust in a way that no man should ever betray another man's trust. So I found out his mom lives in Ontario. So, you know, I took her out to a nice dinner or whatever, you know, like, just chill, like, on something, because, like, she's a motherly figure to me. And we were, like, smoking a cigarette in the Canadian forest. And she was like, oh, let me go find the trash can. And I was like, nah, just throw that shit out there. Like, just throw that shit in the forest. Who's going to find out? And then we did that 11 more times.
In 11 different locations.
So Drake's mom actually started the Canadian wildfires.
This is crazy.
It's not true.
Oh.
You saw how I just made that up on the spot? It's not true. I know everyone was fucking fooled. Everyone was on the edge of their seat waiting for me to get there, and I got there.
When does Drake burn?
No, so what happened was, I think, 12 simultaneous lightning strikes. Like, it's really common. You know how they say lightning never strikes the same place twice? That's not really real. Like, lightning will strike the same thing often. It just depends, like, how close they are to, you know, the sky. You know how when you were younger, if you were, like, in an open field, they used to tell you, like, lay down, like, hear me out. Why the fuck were we so irrationally scared of thunderstorms when we were younger? Like, I had this fear in my head that I was going to get struck by lightning. So every time there was thunder, every time there was rain, I always thought I was going to get struck by lightning.
I didn't have that. I think you were just a little bitch.
That's not a... I'm sure people have had that type of fear.
And y'all are all little bitches.
You never had to, like, if you were out in an open field, they never told you, like, oh, lay on your chest.
No.
You know what your problem is? You want me to say what your problem is?
I'm down.
You're short.
Okay.
So you don't even have that problem. But us 6'6" motherfuckers, yo.
Y'all get struck first.
We'll get struck first, but guess what? Even the lightning wants me, dog.
Short kings rise.
Short kings deserve to burn in hell where they spawned from.
Oh.
But yeah, that's what happened.
Okay.
It's like 12 simultaneous lightning strikes struck a forest in some part of Canada, and then the smoke was, like, the fire was so bad that it started migrating south because of the airflow, I guess, because the wind travels south. It came south. It went through everywhere. The Northeast, you know, I did a little world tour, East Coast tour, and got to New Jersey. And that's why we couldn't record the podcast last week.
Yeah, it was really bad, bro. You stepped outside and you're just like, oh my God. Like, that shit was really fucking bad. But then, you know what the worst of it was, bro? Sure. The worst of it was talking to people about it, or, like, seeing people talk about it.
What do you mean? That's all, man.
No. Like, sorry, bro, like, I'm getting to it. But, like, we're talking about, like, oh my God, the smog is kind of crazy. Like, oh my God, are we gonna have to wear masks again, bro? Half of y'all are going through jewels like it's candy, bro. You're done. It's not for you. The masks aren't for you. They already got you, bro. Oh, check outside. New flavor dropped. Go taste it.
Yo, they should have taken everyone that be vaping, put them outside, and vaped up that everything. Fucking shit, bro.
My God,
and keep
bro.
us healthy lung people out of here, man.
New bark flavor? Come on,
New bark
bro.
and fucking wood flavor? That shit would go crazy.
Canadian variant? Oh, my God.
But I did wear a mask for those couple days that the air quality was really bad. Did you leave your house at all?
No.
Kids got out of school. Yo, hear me out. Kids are so lucky nowadays. I hate to be that guy. We're not that much older, but kids are so goddamn lucky. When I was younger, right, and it snowed or there was like a catastrophe like this, we had to be up at like 7 in the morning watching the local news to see if our fucking school was closed.
Please. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then it's like I could go back to bed, but guess what? Now I've been up for like an hour, so like I'm not tired anymore. So I'm gonna go back to bed.
Kids these days now, they get fucking text probably. The website gets updated. They probably get an email, a phone call. They get everything. And I remember one time in high school, they didn't tell us that the school was canceled until they decided. We went to school at 8:20, right? That's when school started for us, right? They didn't cancel school until 8:10 that day. Mind you, who the fuck is leaving their house at 8:10? Like, unless you live across the street from my high school.
Actually, I don't think it was the same.
It probably was the same day.
Were you at science yet?
Well, yes.
You were?
I think I was.
Oh yeah, I remember because like I got dropped off and like literally like 5 minutes after I was like, dog, they kicked us out. Like, please come pick me up. And it took like a fucking hour because there was so much traffic. But I felt like I was gonna die. We were out there in the cold. They wouldn't let us in. Fucking security.
Yo, the security guard was like, they canceled school. What are you doing here? I'm like, bitch, they canceled school at 8:15. It's 8:18. What do you mean? What am I doing here? I'm here for class.
Man, fuck that security guard. If you know who I'm talking about, yeah, fuck you.
Son, but the thing is, like, if I got all the way to school, y'all better let me in this fucking building. I'm taking one period. There's no way first of all, we walked because the buses weren't working. That should have been my first red flag. That should have been my first fucking red flag. The buses weren't working. Why the fuck am I going to go to school? I'm a little kid. I'm a little boy. I'm a little boy taking the big boy bus. I shouldn't be taking the big boy bus. It's fucking snowing. Why am I waiting at the fucking bus stop for 15 minutes, find out my fucking bus isn't coming, start fucking making my trek to fucking school? Oh my God, bro. That shit used to piss me off. Because you know what's even the worst part? Then you got to school and they treated you poorly.
They're like, go home.
You know what was funny though? When you were there, but like remember when they would have like the strikes at our school? Not the walkouts, but do you remember the day that they didn't let like the students like barricaded themselves around the school and they weren't letting people in?
No.
So there was a day where
I was
like
probably already in.
Maybe because you got to school mad early. I bet like 7:15 you were in there.
Yeah.
But there was a day where like the student body like was blocking every single entrance. You don't remember this?
I remember we went outside and stood in the cold for fucking like a moment of silence. I was like, why can't we do this inside?
I remember that too. Okay, can I let you in on a little secret? People are gonna hate me. I'm not the activist y'all think I am. I know I'm very like proactive and I am very proactive in like doing what's right, and you know I've done a lot of proactive things. You know I've you know worked with politicians. I've you know campaigned. I've done certain things in my political career. Okay. I've had political aspirations, you could say. But every single time I knew there was a walkout, I just didn't go to school. Like, because I didn't want to walk out because I used to be, like, scared. So I was just like, Mom, there's going to be a walkout today. Like, I just don't want to go to school.
There's going to be 3 motherfuckers in class.
Yo,
like, it's a filler episode. Like, please, just let me stay home.
And I hated the people that used to, like, I didn't hate the people that used to walk out. I hated when, like, people used to walk out, but like not go to like the actual protest.
Or they just go home.
But then shit on you for not walking out.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, but you didn't walk out." I'm like, "But brother, you went to Subway. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this isn't you didn't go to the. If you went to the protest, all power to you. Like, I am proud of you. Like when there was other types of protests, like I would go and things like that. But I never participated in like a walkout, which I should have. But I was always too scared, and that's like the story of my life. Just being a pussy. That is the story of my life. I don't know. Did you walk? You didn't walk out.
I didn't walk out, bro. I was in class, bro. I needed my A's. Yeah, it was really bad. And it was another thing. Once it was like, bro, like, I was like, I don't think I really care to learn what this is about. And I'm not just going to walk out to just walk out. So I just stayed in school.
But a lot of the times, like, oh my God, my fucking leg is swollen fucking from a mosquito. The thing is, a lot of times it was for good reason. Like, a lot of things were because our school district was so shitty and they were doing really, like, shitty and, like, suspect things. I mean, like, if we haven't already doxed ourselves enough, we went to school in Newark. We're graduating now. We can say that. We went to school in Newark. And if you guys are unaware of this, Mark Zuckerberg gave Newark Public Schools like
$1 million.
Like a fucking $1 million or like 10 million. I forgot how much money. He gave us mad money, mad bread. And then, you know, Cory Booker, not a fan of Cory Booker. You know, like I've talked to the guy, I've shaken his hand, I've told him like, hey, you're not good in my city. I've said that to him. Like I'm fucking Batman. I said that to Cory Booker. I was like, you're not welcome in Gotham.
Worship.
Yeah. He appointed Cammy Anderson. Cammy Anderson stole the money, hired a bunch of like, you know, private people. Or I think it was Chris Christie. One of them. I don't know. They stole our money, basically. The state controlled our schools and went to shit. I think our senior year, we finally got control of the schools back. Good job with all the protests. You guys did it for good reason. Thank you. But yeah, I didn't really participate in most of the walkouts. But mainly, not because I didn't support the cause, but because I was scared. Mm-hmm. It's not a good reason. Like, it's not a very good reason. But what else can you do in those situations?
Dog, I was like 15.
Or even when we were seniors, like...
We had a walkout when we were seniors?
Probably,
I was fucking depressed my senior year. I don't even know what the fuck happened that year.
I just, like, I wouldn't even skip, like... For senior ditch day, I didn't go to school. But I remember I was part of this program. They wanted to take us on a trip. And I said I wouldn't go on the trip because of Pachuk's class. And so the director of my program came to school and spoke to Pachuk directly. Like, oh, like, we're just going to take him out for a couple of days. Like, if that's okay with you. And Pachuk gave his blessing. Pachuk was our AP calculus teacher. He gave his blessing. And I still didn't go on the trip because I was too scared that I was going to miss something important in class. That man ran a tight ship. I'll be honest. That man ran a tight ship. And we all got fives. We all got fives on the AP exam. We didn't get one person. Didn't get, oh, I think I know who.
You didn't see the public crucifixion?
No.
You didn't see that?
No. What happened to the person?
That shit was sad but funny.
What happened to them?
Oh my god, bro! Literally just like started just like not screaming, but he was just like so disappointed because he was like, "What the fuck, bro? We even gave you like the easier part, and then."
Because they took the AB exam.
Yeah.
But you could take the AB or the BC. The BC was Calc 1 and 2. AB was Calc 1.
No, but bro was crazy for this one. I mean, he was an asshole to everybody.
He was
in that class.
Tweaker, bro.
Yeah, but he tweaked for this one, bro. He tweaked, bro.
Don't you remember when I made him tweak? I think I thought it was on the.
Yeah, you did say that.
I made him tweak before for no good reason.
But he tweaked in this one. I don't even know if I want to say it, bro.
Wait, what did he say? What did he say? Say it. Say it.
But he basically
just don't say their name, the person's name.
Okay, yeah, he was basically like, bro, if you study as much as you ate fucking pizzas, maybe you would have fucking passed that fucking exam, like verbatim. And we were like, damn, and then like just started crying, and he was like, yeah, fucking cry, bro.
They started crying.
Yeah.
Has a teacher ever made you cry?
Me? No.
I don't even think a teacher. I've cried in school before, but not because of a teacher. Okay. But I remember crying in the boys' bathroom.
Yo, me too. Oh my god.
Wait, why? Why were you crying?
My thing was because I was so frustrated about how stupid this student was, bro.
Why? Well,
because like, I don't know, bro had ADHD or something, or maybe it was just dumb, but it was just me. And I think one of your friends, that you know. That
don't
also,
say names, but
okay, damn, boring. But okay.
You can whisper it to me. Isn't that your friend too?
No, yours. Like you know him from a Rutgers program.
I don't know who you're. Oh, that's not his name.
Yes,
I think you have the wrong name.
No, it's not.
Oh, but this wasn't during the school year.
No. Well, this was when we were back in elementary school.
Oh, yes, I know him. I know who this is. Okay, now it's all coming together.
We literally both started crying because this motherfucker would not do his work, and like the teacher was just like, "Well, that's it." Like,
wait, my friend wouldn't do his work, or my friend was crying.
No, me and him started crying because some other dude refused to do his shit. Like he'd come back, like he'd just go home. That's it. Like if he wasn't a fucking like bilingual person, but like you know that person that just came with the strap backpack, nothing in it but a pencil and a piece of paper. It was like on that type of vibe, bro. Didn't know fucking work, and I was like, bro, fucking please, I need this fucking grade. And he just wouldn't do it. And I just got we just got frustrated and started crying. And then the teacher sent us to the bathroom.
Cry in the bathroom.
Just started crying
That's
in the
so
bathroom.
Depressing. I never cried in elementary school, but I pissed my pants one time.
Damn.
Did I ever tell us on the pod? There were 40 episodes in. If I repeat stories, I don't care. But one time when I was like in third grade, first grade. No, first or third. Okay. One of the two. I pissed my pants. But because we were playing, it was music class. We had our recorders. Our music teacher got pissed. He was like, no one better ask me to use the bathroom during this class. Like, I'm not letting anybody go to the bathroom. You know, I need to take a piss. So then I'm like, yeah, can I go to the bathroom? He was like, no, you can't go to the bathroom. First of all, hear me out. Teachers not letting kids go to the bathroom, put them in jail. Like, actually put him in jail. Like, I understand if a kid's, like, abusing it and going to the bathroom too much. But, like, if a kid says he needs to go to the bathroom, go to the fucking bathroom. What is wrong with you?
Your class is not that serious. I promise you. You are a high school teacher.
Or, no, not even high school, like, elementary school. Dude,
damn.
Dude, I was in 3rd grade, and he was, like, not letting me go. So I pissed my pants. And then...
Power move, to be
son,
honest.
son, that is the most powerful thing you can do. If someone just, like... Imagine, like, being so fed up that you just fucking soil yourself. And then they called I went up to my teacher after class, like after my music class, and I was like, hey, like he wouldn't let me go to the bathroom, like I peed myself. She's like, okay, go to the nurse. So I went to the nurse. Why did teachers back then just like send you to the nurse for everything? Like you could be
Where
like,
else would you go?
But like, why the nurse's office? You know what I mean? Like anything could happen, and they'd be like, yeah, go to like you could stab in the fucking like neck, and they'd be like, yeah, go to the nurse's office.
Where else do you want them to send
Call
you?
the doctor.
The gym?
This isn't a real nurse. You think school nurses were actual nurses?
No.
I don't know if they are. We need to start an investigation because I think a lot of those school nurses are not real
remember
nurses.
like when I was a little kid, I didn't really like confrontation. So like I remember I chipped my tooth because like I got slammed into like a fence and like I like hit it like that and the fucking like fence like grazed my fucking tooth and I got chipped and I went to the nurse and I was like, hey, like my tooth really hurts because like you got fucking chipped, like look, and I showed her and she was basically like, I don't see nothing, go back to class. And then I went back to class and I remember telling my teacher, I was like, well, she just sent me back because she was being a little mean. And then one of the A's there went down with another student who had like some headache. And she came back like, yeah, she was a fucking bitch.
Oh my God.
And I was like, yeah, she was a bitch. And then I went to tell my dad and he came in and started like just coming in like, he just started yelling at the nurse. He was like, why the fuck? Like, you don't see his fucking tooth is chipped. I got home and he's fucking chipped. And he was like, you didn't tell me your tooth was chipped. And I was like, yes, I fucking did. Like, yes, I fucking did. Like, why are you trying to make me out as a liar?
But did you really though?
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like we don't have part of the story here.
What is the other story?
I think you want me to tell you how it happened.
Sure. I mean, you're gonna tell me regardless.
Okay. You're the nurse.
Okay.
So I come into the office. I'm like, hey, nurse.
Hi.
Yeah, they sent me down here. I don't know why.
No.
I don't know why. Like the teacher was just like, hey, like go down to the nurse.
Nah, man.
I don't know. Man, those times were so interesting. And on the topic of like school and AP exams and all that stuff, this story that came out about that kid that's suing like the school board or whatever because of what's it called?
Affirmative action.
Affirmative action. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yes, that is what it's called. I know that. I'm a proud user of affirmative action.
I'm not.
As a Hispanic man.
Oh, okay.
We get some help in affirmative action.
We do? You got a handout, bro?
It's not handout. Okay, let's calm down with how we're using these words in affirmative action. Affirmative action is a bigger program. But there's this kid, this like Asian kid. I hope he's Asian and that wasn't me being racist. He was Asian.
He's brown. He's South Asian.
He was not.
He wasn't brown?
I don't think he was.
I think
brown.
He was in the middle, bro. He must have been like mid.
No.
Alright, whatever. Regardless, that doesn't matter.
So tell me about it.
Oh, well, okay.
Come on now.
Summed up.
You know so much. I don't know he was.
Bro got like a 1590 or some shit like that on the SAT, and was like, "Oh, the reason I got rejected from Harvard is because of affirmative action," which is like stupid. Are you pulling it up right now?
Yeah. Why is it stupid though?
Because it was
yeah,
he's South Asian as fuck.
You don't know this to be true. Oh my, he's like 18 is one of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit against Harvard and said despite his terrific scores and a perfect score on his math SAT, he was rejected by Harvard as well as MIT, Caltech, Princeton, Carnegie Mellon, and UC Berkeley.
Damn.
Listen, brother, let me tell you something.
Bro hit all L's.
Let me tell you something. Maybe, just maybe, the SATs isn't that hard. And just maybe, you have an inflated GPA. I knew people in high school that had like 5.3 G. The 4.0 scale did not exist.
If you took IB in high school, bro, I'm just gonna assume you're dumb. Like that's it. Because like, bro, you'll be like, oh my god, like I'm top of my class, bro. But you got like all D's in your classes and still got a 4.0.
And it's crazy because they were all top of their class. Like because they had this inflated
actually,
GPA.
Okay. Everybody's dumb except for Sophia. I love you.
She was in IB?
Yeah, she was in IB.
She was the dumbest one. Damn. You motherfuckers on IB, dude. Internet. For those of you
don't
that
listen
don't
to
know,
him. Don't listen to him. I believe in you.
For those of you who don't know, IB is International Baccalaureate or whatever. Baccalaureate whatever.
The Bachelor.
Back of bullshit. That's what it is.
True.
But All those kids that were in IB didn't end up going to great schools, though. I'll be honest. Like, all of them went to good schools. Except for, like, Sophia Bros. I don't know what school she went to be fair. But most of them went to really good schools.
Assassinated, you know who told me to do the hit.
But this is funny to me. Because what people don't understand, it's like when I applied to out-of-state schools in America, right? Because I wasn't born here and I'm in documents, right? Oh, my God.
So everything's out of state for you.
So, except for New Jersey, because Phil Murphy held it down. Shout out Mr. Murph. But when I was applying to schools out of state, I was applying as an international student. So I wasn't really competing, let's say, with like the kids that I was in class with every day. I was competing with like on the international scale.
Damn, you were the first one on affirmative action. Then.
So no. That's worse because you're competing. Neither here nor there. Whatever. And it's just kind of like interesting to me that like these kids are now like, should I flex my? I got a perfect score on the math on my SATs too.
You got an 800?
I got an 800.
I got a 780.
I got
the two questions I always got wrong were the geometry ones.
My SATs, my score was in the 15s.
Okay.
That's I'm gonna just drop that. Nah, I'm actually lying. It wasn't in the 15s. I think it was.
Bro, no way you did good in English.
I got like a 700 in English. I think I got like a 1490 or something, or like a 15. So I don't know. This was fucking 6 years ago now, 7 years ago. And I could be lying. It could be a little bit lower, but I know I got a perfect score in math. And let me tell you guys something. Like so we're far removed. Let's be real. Let's be real and honest here. The SATs is not hard. Like it's
the
not.
English was really hard.
I don't think
I thought the essay was really hard.
I don't think we didn't have to write an essay.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't have to do the writing portion of the SAT.
I went to do an essay.
Oh, I didn't do one because there was no need.
Why? Some schools wanted the essay score.
Well, maybe that's why I didn't get into better schools. No, I'm joking. I got into a great school. Shout out Rutgers. RU, rah, 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 Scarlet Pride. But that's the thing about this, right? Because he's saying it gives an edge to African Americans, Hispanics, and Native Americans over Asian students. Let me tell you guys a little something. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. Kevin didn't go to college, so he might not know this.
I did go to fucking college.
Okay, so you can attest to this. You walk onto a college campus, unless you go to an HBCU, it is predominantly white
as fuck, or Asian.
White and Asian, let's say, right? Like, and there is like an overwhelming majority of people from those communities that go to these schools. What I think affirmative action does, I don't think it gives them an edge. I don't think it gives anybody like that's underrepresented in these spaces an edge.
It just gives somewhat of a chance.
It just gives them a chance. It's like let's say there's a college only has 100 kids, right?
80 are Asian and white.
But it's not even just that. Like let's like take away like race from it, right? Because it's like they make it seem like he makes it seem like he's the cream of the crop. Like, yeah, you got a 1590 SAT score. Your GPA was good. You know whose GPA was great? Mine. And why do you deserve it more than me? What did you do outside of school? That's the thing. These kids don't even realize they have to be well-rounded, too. Like, these kids will think it's all about school. Like, colleges don't give a fuck about that. Colleges care about your personal achievements outside of academics. That's the realest shit. For any young... If we have any young listeners, they care about your, achievements.
Do something, bro. Join a club. Be fun. If you're just school, nobody's going to want you.
Yeah, I was so pissed that I went to DC after applications were done already. Because I think if I had that before I started my application, I did 2 interviews for Harvard, okay? I thought I was going to fucking Harvard. I had a great SAT score. I had a perfect GPA. I think the lowest thing I ever got was like a B in high school, probably just in calc. That was the only B I ever got. Son, and I'm going to say it here. I'm going to say it loud and proud. I thought I was going to go to Harvard.
Bro, I thought I was going to go to MIT. I just didn't make it to the final round, which was acceptance. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I thought I was going to go to Harvard. And to sit there and blame affirmative action, I think it's like so stupid. That's the best way I can put it. I think, and let's say he wins this lawsuit, right? What do you think? What does he think is going to happen? Like, oh, Harvard's going to let me in. It's like applying for a job and not getting the job and then suing the job for not hiring you. Like, well...
Now let me in.
Yeah.
Bro, you're going to get hazed.
But it's not even just that. It's like, what sense does it... Like, I don't even understand what the law... But did you see what happened at Starbucks today?
Huh?
This is kind of breaking news, but...
What Starbucks?
Starbucks.
Which Starbucks?
No, it's not like... a Starbucks suing Starbucks manager. Oh, here it is. Starbucks manager wins $25.6 million lawsuit after arguing she was fired for being white.
Wow.
I don't know how true this is.
What
it's
a
on
bag,
Fox.
bro.
It's on Fox. So, but this happened in New Jersey.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
See how hustled us, bro.
Yeah, look, a Starbucks regional manager won a $25.6 million verdict Friday after she accused the corporation of firing her for being white in response to a national backlash over the arrest of two black men at one of its Philadelphia cafes.
Oh no, never mind.
I wish I knew more about it.
Is this the no? Because
Whoa,
I remember there was
whoa.
a thing of like a woman that was like talking about, oh, they're trying to take my bike, they're trying to take my bike, and she got fired, and then like it turns out that it was her bike or something like that.
Oh, I know what video you're talking about. It's
not this.
No, this has nothing to do with that. That's another video about this. But that lady was crazy because she started saying like, "Help me!" Like they're hitting me or like some shit like that. I know what video you're talking about. But also, I don't know, that whole situation is like just a whole nother thing. But I wish I knew more about this case to be able to like. But apparently she sued, so maybe they just want some money out of it. But also, I just don't think, I don't even know what's possible in this day and age. Like, I don't know what's possible. Because that kid, what's his name? Fucking Kyle Rittenhouse? The one who drove across state lines and, like, killed two people?
I wish I knew who you're talking
And he got off? You don't know who Kyle Rittenhouse is? During, like, the riots, he, like, drove over state lines with, like, an AR, killed a couple people, and then came back, and then he never went to jail for it.
Oh, is that the guy that, like, started in the courtroom?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No? It might not be him.
Some white guy.
Yeah. They're
I don't
all white
know.
guys.
I don't know.
They're always white guys.
But not always. Let's calm down. But it's like I don't even know what's possible because like I'm thinking like if I'm a college board and I see this happening, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm never accepting this kid into my college. Like especially now, it's like getting fired and begging your manager for the job. It's like you come in for a meeting, let's fire me.
You're fired.
No, but like come in, like let's act it out a little bit. Like
Juan, your performance has been
am
dog
I in the
shit.
room yet?
Yeah.
Okay, can I walk into the room first?
Oh my god. Okay. Bro, can you fucking knock?
Hey, oh shit, my fault.
Yes.
Creaky ass door, bro. I walk in like that. I'm like, bro, you need some WD-40 on that door, brother.
Yo, Juan, I'm a busy man, bro. Either sit down or get out.
I'm here. Well, what's up?
All right, Juan. Let's talk about your performance lately.
It's been great. I feel like I've been putting up great numbers for the company. I just bought a new house. My wife just had a kid. I
don't know where these numbers are coming from, but they're coming out of my ass, Juan. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. You're getting let go, and we're gonna get somebody that's more capable of doing your job.
You're stuttering too much, and it's stressing me out. So I'm gonna remove myself from the situation. No, but it is like that though. It's like your boss fires you, and then you beg for your job. It's like you were already fired, dog. Like that's it. I'm actually gonna start suing LinkedIn for not getting me jobs.
I'm gonna sue every job that doesn't give me a rejection letter, bro. That's what it's gonna come down
How
to.
am I supposed to know I don't got the job?
That's a hate crime, to be honest. It feels so targeted. Like wow.
Damn. Let's calm down with that one. But I do understand. I don't know what he's suing for. I guess. Does he think he's gonna sue and get? That's the thing. That's what. When I heard about this, that's what I didn't understand. It's like you're gonna sue, and you're still not gonna go to that school. You're probably not gonna win. So like, what's in it for you? Like every year, people complain about affirmative action. They think it's like this disgusting thing that only benefits like a certain group of people. But why is it so crazy? Like,
I still don't even know what it is, to be honest.
Okay, I'm gonna read you what affirmative action is because
Give me the definition.
Yeah, I don't wanna. It's also known as positive action or positive discrimination. It involves a set of policies and practices within a government or organization seeking to include particular groups based on their gender, race, sexuality, creed, or nationality in areas in which such groups are underrepresented, such as education and employment.
Do movies have affirmative action?
No, but did you actually? That brings up an interesting point because did you see the requirements for the Grammys? I think or the SAG Awards, something like that.
No,
you didn't see that in movies.
So affirmative. I thought affirmative action was the same as a diversity quota. No, they're different.
Yeah,
movies got a random
awards.
Got to randomly include at least one of different ethnicity or race.
So yeah, for the Oscars, they have a new guideline, which at least one actor from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group being in a significant role or story must center on women, LGBTQ people, or racial group or disabled people to be within the ruling to get an Oscar.
So at least, so it's always gonna be.
They have
like
to
at least one woman has to win.
No. That's not what they're saying. They're saying in the movie, like to even be nominated for a movie, you have to have one actor from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group being in a significant role, or the story must center on women, LGBTQ people, or racial group or disabled people.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So in order for your movie, like let's say you want to get the best movie award at the Oscars, you have to have one of those. It is in a way like affirmative action, like it's helping underrepresented people get in these spots, but it's also like what people don't understand about affirmative action and things like this. It's like, why do you think we're so underrepresented in the media? Because of like years and years and years of the supremacy of other groups, and like letting them, do the things they did with the country and the media and things like that. And yeah, like why isn't it fair that people that are underrepresented in these communities are now being represented in a way? And they're like, oh, but you're taking a good seat away. Like you still think like some dumbass motherfucker is going to Harvard, like just because he's Hispanic? Like that's not fucking happening here. Like they're still getting the best kid. It's the fact that this Hispanic kid at one point in time probably didn't even have the opportunity to get into Harvard because they were Hispanic, and there were these groups, these people from other groups that were getting into these roles just because of their group. You know what I mean? What I think it reverses that fact of it's like, oh, you're getting in just because you're Hispanic. If anything, like people used to get into universities just for being white. So if we really want to play this game and we really want to play, this thing, it is what it is. We're underrepresented in colleges, in education, and in employment. So yeah, you might. I know, but that's a thing, right? If you're a good enough student, you're getting into those places. You know what I mean? Like if you have the right requisites, if you have the things that are needed, you're getting into that shit. So no one's like taking your spot. There are just a limited number of spots in general. So like buck up and fucking.
Skill issue, bro.
It's really just a skill issue. Like, just go play a sport or something. Go run. Go do track and field. I don't fucking know. But don't go and sue universities. Not that. Listen, not that I'm against suing universities. Just sue them for better reasons. You know what I mean? Like, I was part of that Rutgers lawsuit. I got a little money back from Rutgers because they got sued for the way they handled COVID and stuff like that. And we were getting charged a campus fee, and we weren't even on campus.
For real, that was a fucking crime.
So I'm not against suing higher education. Like they're not like angels, you know what I mean? Like they're not better than the average person, but I think there are better reasons to sue them. But on, talking about centering around women, LGBTQ people.
Oh, you did mention Rutgers Pride, bro.
This is the worst segment actually. Let's just describe this whole episode now.
It's June. Yeah.
Shout out June. It's
Rainbow Month. Let's go.
It's been. Listen,
there's a reason why an episode hasn't dropped
in June.
What was the reason?
We were trying to get Kevin over his homophobia.
Oh yeah.
We were doing.
We're almost there, y'all. We're like very close.
We were doing exposure therapy. I made him hang out with like all of our gay friends a lot more.
Shock therapy was involved.
No, it was not. No, your tolerance. You have always not tolerated. I don't want to say tolerate. You're very accepting. You're very accepting. But yeah, it's Pride Month.
Yay!
Shout out the LGBTQ plus community. We fuck with y'all here. But let's get into the nitty gritty of this all. We're just two white guys giving our opinions on a bunch of things that we probably shouldn't give our opinions on, but we do it anyway. But let's get so sometimes we talk about certain things on this podcast where we have to like watch what we say.
Juan has media trained me, y'all.
I have not media trained you.
It's June.
You don't say
any other unhinged episode. It is very unwatched. Is on watch right now.
Well, no. It's not even like we say anything bad, but it's just like you need to be like mindful of your wording when you talk about certain things.
Y'all motherfuckers gonna twist that shit.
No. It's not y'all gonna twist anything. This makes it sound like I'm gearing up to say something bad, but it's not. Like it's actually the opposite. No.
Oh no. Shit! I was led astray.
No. Recently in like the America, this thing has been going on where they want to like ban all like books and shit that have to do with like the LGBTQ and like pride and shit. And I think that's really like stupid. Like it's so stupid. I think if kids are gonna find out about it or whatever, like people are like, oh, don't attack her. Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
They'll be like, oh, motherfuckers gonna get confused. Y'all were having us read books about rape,
son.
in like 8th grade.
I've read Catcher in the Rye. Okay, that boy was getting groomed by some lady. Okay, like that. This has happened. It just happened. I was reading. We knew, like, that's the thing. They're like, don't shove it down our throats. And it's like, bro, like I knew what straight people kissing look like since a young age. Like, why is that so fucking crazy? They're like, oh, it's not. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, I really don't understand
Big
it.
bozo behavior.
I don't understand it. Like the same, and people are like, oh, but like maybe I want to teach my kid this and that and third, and that's a fair, like, if anything, that's a fair argument to make, I guess, if it's like, oh, I want to teach my kids in my own way, because realistically, it's not a parent's fault that straight shit is shown on the media all the time, you know what I mean? So like, if someone wants their kids to digest it a different way, I'm all for it. But you know how, like, son, when I was like 12 and I saw like a vagina for the first time, like I probably saw one before 12, but I mean like on a picture or something, dog. I don't mean in fucking real life.
I was like,
but
bro,
like,
you're a victim.
No. But like, wasn't that like the goofiest, funniest thing ever? Like, oh my god, this is a penis. Like, it used to be so funny, and it wasn't even on some like,
you couldn't say balls without laughing.
son. It wasn't even on some like, oh, like I want to fuck this vagina. So it wasn't even on that. It was like we were little kids, and it was like a funny ass thing, and like we probably shouldn't even been knowing about that shit. That not at 12. 12 was kind of big, but like let's say like 8 or 10 or like kids would draw dicks in their history books, and you would get that history book the next year, and it'd be like, oh, John 2009 had this book last year. He drew a dick in front of Cleopatra. And I'm like, oh, this is fucking hilarious, you know? But I don't, like, you know what I usually, like, what I find funny?
Okay.
There's a side in, like, the political aspect of all this that calls the other side like snowflakes, or like they want to shield their children, like, oh my god, like you're raising such soft kids. But like, aren't they doing the same?
Who?
The side that's complaining about the side that's like sheltering their, like, you get what I'm saying? Like they're like, oh, like all these blue-haired people are like sheltering their kids. They don't want no racism or misogyny ever. It's like, oh, but now that we throw in a little like gay shit, now you're all upset about it. Like, what?
Yo, son, the way, like, the motherfuckers that be like, this shit is getting shoved down our throat, the way they be fiending for this shit is crazy, bro. You know, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse got banned in the Middle East because they showed a positive trans flag in the movie. You didn't even notice that shit. You don't notice that shit unless you pause the movie. That's the only way you could see that, which is crazy. Like, I remember I thought going in, because I already knew that people were like pointing out a bunch of like, oh my god, look at this LGBT representation.
Propaganda.
Like, yeah, like, oh my god, they're shoving it down our throats. Bro, I watched that movie. I forgot. I didn't even look at it. I didn't even notice one thing about it.
Yeah, I think there's
like, that's crazy, bro.
There's an audience that wants to make everything out to be like so woke and shit, but you realize like how ignorant people are. Because like, I could watch a movie like that and not a second am I going like, wow, look at all this
He's
shit.
mad
like,
gay, bro.
But it's not even that. It's like, it's just not how, like, I think people want to find a reason to be upset. And I just think it's funny how those people that are like upset about like Pride Month and stuff are like, we'll call those people like soft and like, oh, the blue-haired people, like they're all snowflakes, this and the third. But then they'll get mad there's a little like rainbow on, like oh, my kid had to draw a rainbow. Like, I don't care if of course, like there are certain things that I'd like, bro, in my parents never talked to me even about sex, like, right, about same sex.
This is how that shit was brought to me. Don't get no fucking girl pregnant. That's all I got. That was the one sentence I got on that shit. And I was like, okay, solid.
I never once in my entire life had a conversation about sex with my parents.
The talk isn't real, bro.
The talk isn't, hear me out, the talk does not exist. Like, your kids are going to discover the shit they want to discover on their own, and that's okay. And if you want to introduce things to your kids on your own pace, that's fine. But, like, trying to, like, ban, like, dude, it's like, I don't know. It's like, how can I say this? Trying to take away, I don't want to compare the two. How can I do this?
Do it anyway.
Okay. I'm going to use Hispanic people because we're Hispanic. But it's like trying to like tell your kids like Hispanic people aren't real. It's like, no, son. Like, don't worry about like those people aren't real. Like just look at us. We're American. Like, we're American, bred and born. Like, Hispanic people don't exist.
They don't say amigo.
Yeah.
That's not real.
And that's not. South America does not exist. Mexico does not exist. Hispanic is not a thing. I promise. It's like, dude, like your kids are gonna know that this shit's real and it's fine. And if they want to make their own decisions from there, like that's okay. And I know what being gay was when I was little, and people act like it'll like change. You're not. You can't be turned gay or straight. Like, I genuinely, this is my belief that you're born that way. Like, if you like, there was never a day in my life where I decided to like women.
I just knew they were better.
But like, there was never a day in my life where I actively made the decision to like women. And I'm sure it's that way for people in the LGBTQ community. It's like, there's not a day in their life where they're like, yeah, now I'm like this. Like, no, they've just been like that.
I was like, you don't like this, bro? Fucking weird. That's it. That's where it stopped. And they can go on with their day.
But also, like, I just think we think so little of our children, like of the youth, where it's like, oh my God, they can't make their own decisions. Like, we're making there are some decisions I agree with, like age of consent. You know what I mean? Like, I think that decision should be made for kids. Like, we should not let kids have like sex with people over 18. Like, I think that's fair.
That's how you get 13-year-olds on Pornhub talking about some sex with 13-year-olds, bro.
Yeah, like
now they're on a list forever.
No. But it literally, like they're like, of course, they're like, we should govern children to an extent, like making sure that they're safe. Like, but like being exposed to that type of material isn't unsafe. That's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry I brought up that like,
it's so stupid.
age of consent thing.
The thing for me is that's so stupid. Is like, oh my God, like kids shouldn't be learning about gay people or whatever. You shouldn't be learning about this. But like, in those same children, they'll have them watching crazy ass music videos and crazy ass things on TV with like naked women and men all over those women. And be like, oh yeah, my kid should watch this. My kid should watch this. Like, bro, that's worse.
You know what this reminds me of? Have you been seeing the thing going viral about Baby Gronk?
What?
Baby Gronk, do you know who that is?
No.
It's like this he's a 4th grader, and he's like, you remember when like the Ball brothers were all getting big, and his dad would like go on TV and be like, oh yeah, my sons are the next big thing, like better than Michael Jordan, LeVar Ball? You don't know this?
I don't know sports, bro.
Okay. Well, Baby Gronk's father is trying to be like that viral figure now to try to like get his son hype. And there was like a podcast clip that came out of him like media training his son. Like, the podcast would ask him a question, his son would answer normally. Like, the guy was like, oh, like since you don't plan to play in high school and like go straight into the league, like what are you gonna do? And the little kid, he's in 4th grade, was like, oh, I'm gonna train and stuff like that. And his dad was like, yo, don't say that. Say, I'm gonna get hot oil massages by baddies. And then he told the interview, he was like, the podcast, he was like, yo, bro, ask that again. Trust me, it's gonna go viral. And then he was like, oh, like, what are you gonna do during the offseason? He's like, I'm gonna get hot towel massages by baddies. And it's like, that's way more harming to your kids than letting them draw a rainbow. Like, that is way more. And let's dive into that Baby Gronk shit. I know you don't know what it is.
But that sounds crazy, bro. A fourth grader?
A 4th grader. And he did like this, like...
Do his age got double digits yet? No.
4th grade? How old are people in 4th grade? I don't even know.
Like 8?
No, I think he might be 10 years old.
In 4th grade? Bro got held back.
Wait, 4th grade's not 10?
No.
8th grade is 14. 7th grade is 13. 6th grade is 12. 5th grade is 11. 4th grade is 10.
4th grade is 10?
4th grade is 10, man. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. But yeah, you should be. Maybe because your birthday was late. Maybe you were like
No
9.
way. Kindergarten 4. 1st grade 5. 2nd grade 6. 3rd grade, 4th grade 8.
Bro, you're not. That's not. 8th grade, leaving 8th grade, going into high school, you're 14 years old. True or false? Going into your freshman year of high school, you're 14.
How old are you when you get into kindergarten? Are you not 4, 5?
You're 4 when you leave.
See?
Bitch. Going into
kids aren't real, bro.
Going into your freshman year of high school, you're already a teenager. You're 14.
I wasn't 14.
And then you turn. Yes, you were.
No,
Dude, yes, you were. You were born in 2000.
Okay, I believe.
So every year is your. So you graduated. Yes, we graduated. We graduated high school in 2018. So we were 18 when we graduated high school.
Okay.
We graduated middle school in 2014. So we were 14 when we graduated middle school, which was 8th grade.
So we
So
were
then just
12
in 6th grade.
So you were 10 in 4th,
In 4th grade. Holy shit!
Man.
I don't. What was your SAT score? You're not gonna know perfect in the
No,
math.
I know. I got
then
the
you were what?
geometry wrong.
In 2nd grade, you were 8. In
You're
kindergarten,
8 in
you're
2nd
6. Yeah,
grade. You're
going
6 in kindergarten.
at the end, like going into 1st grade, you're 6.
Interesting. Okay.
You turn 7 in 1st grade.
Okay.
You
I
start
have
kindergarten.
no concept of children.
I think you have a problem.
I do.
But damn, yo, I lost my train of thought. No,
You were talking about children. You were talking about.
Yeah, I think like that's way more damning and harmful. Like, there's definitely things that like parents do that are way more harmful than letting their kids draw a rainbow. And I don't think letting their kids draw a rainbow is harmful. I don't think they can have their mind. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy for this, and maybe there's people that disagree, but I just don't think that. And maybe they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're a progressive cuck. You're a progressive liberal." I'm like, dude, it's not even like about being progressive. It's about like, I knew gay people my whole life, like, and never once did I think like oh, like I'm on that side, like I'm on that team. It's like I'm an ally. Like I'm like, yo, like keep doing your shit, you know. Like I knew people from the LGBTQ community my whole life. And it's like, yo, like keep doing your thing. Like I fuck with y'all. Like yo,
it just comes down to respecting another human.
But that's what I don't understand. And people are gonna be like, oh, well, you don't respect my decision to not have my kid consume gay content. But it's like, or LGBTQ content. Sorry, like we keep saying gay, but using some, I don't know if that's a bad thing. But
that shit too long.
It synonymous with that, with the community, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, but it's not the same thing. Like when your respect comes from a place of disrespect, I think that's stupid. Like I don't think I should respect disrespect. You know what I mean? Because if someone tells me, if someone tells you, right, like, yo, you're ugly, and then they're like, yo, you gotta respect that because that's my opinion. I'm like, bitch, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna respect your disrespect. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Maybe we're just progressive as hell.
I just think it's stupid to get mad over something that like has no effect on you.
And also, yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
It's like teaching critical race theory in schools too. Like they don't want to do that either. And like, because I think,
what is that?
Critical race theory. It's like the teaching of like Black history and things like that. And Morgan Freeman said something about it at one time, which like, who gives a fuck what Morgan Freeman thinks? But also he was like, oh, Black history is just like American history, which is true. It's also true, but it's also good to highlight like the specific, like the history of the people that created the nations. You know what I mean? Like years and years from now, hopefully like they teach stuff about everybody. You know what I mean? But the way we're taught history, even in America, is why don't they have an issue with that? You know what I mean? Like, why don't they have an issue with the way we're taught? Like, we're taught the way America teaches history is like, oh, America goes in and we save everybody every time. Like we the good people in the. Is that not how they teach it? Like World War II, we went and saved all the people in Germany and Poland.
They taught us that Christopher Columbus came here and ate turkey with everybody.
Yeah, they taught us like the European settlers came and like they don't talk about the genocides. They don't talk about all the bad shit. They don't talk about stolen land. They don't teach these things. And it's crazy that you do have to get to a greater age to further understand it. And maybe that is fair that they don't want to teach young kids about genocide and mass murder and things like that.
That shit would be cool.
But also, I don't think those things equate to something like pride. Like, and that's the thing. They're like, oh, but you guys don't teach like a straight ed course. And it's like, yo, like, let's be real here. Like, sometimes, but like, the thing is, right? Like, I wish people could just look in my head, because like, it's so like, to me, it's just so logical, and I'm like, why is this a problem? Like, I genuinely, wholeheartedly cannot see where they're coming from. Like, I cannot see where they're coming from. And, like, it sucks to say, and maybe I'm, like, the worst person in the world, but I cannot see where the other side is coming from.
You're damaging the straight community.
Maybe. I don't know. Sorry to the straights, I guess, and, like, the people that are, like... And I'm not sorry to you guys. I don't know. But it's also, like, how I try very hard to like understand and like see the other side, but what is there to see on the other side? Like the
You've
other
been
side,
seeing it your whole life.
the other side to me just seems very hateful. Like it's like literally, I don't know. It just seems like coming from a
Like you want it to be about you.
yeah, something like that. Talking okay, let's be more lighthearted. Changing the topic a little bit, being about me. So one of my friends sent me this Twitter this tweet today, and he was like, "This is something you would do," and it was a bit. Have you seen it? Went viral today. Where this guy faked his death and then showed up to his funeral to like show his family that they need to like talk to him more and like keep up with
I
him.
see that shit.
Would you do something like that?
Would I do something? No, I feel like it'd take too much planning.
I'm just scared that like I do it and nobody shows up to the funeral.
They were like, thank fucking God, bro. You come back home and all your shit is already sold.
It's like it's been 2 days, like,
Like,
2.5 days.
They got a flea market outside like, already, like Juan's memorabilia.
I would be so pissed. And knowing, I don't know. I was gonna say knowing my friends don't always show up, but people would show up hopefully. But I would do some shit like that, like trying to drastically change my life. And then see if people notice. Like, you know what I want to do? Okay. I can't because of this podcast, man. Listen.
What?
I want to disappear from social media. And I think I'm going to disappear from my personal. I think I'm going to disappear for like a
Do
year.
you even post?
I
Apart
post
from
on
your
my
haircuts?
I post on my story every so often.
Yeah, the
But-
haircuts.
Yes, I post my haircuts. And I post random shit sometimes. I'll post if I'm like eating at a place or something. I used to post way more, but it's just like the older I get, this sounds so corny, but like I just don't feel the need to anymore, I guess. Like I like seeing what people are doing. Like that shit's nice, but
Be like, holy shit, I gotta document this shit. Oh my God, nothing pisses me off more than taking pictures of food.
you're just a bad guy. I feel
I'm
like
not.
if it's a nice plate of food, I'm taking a picture.
Oh, and then well, now you gave me the ick.
Why
Congrats.
did I give you, why is it so bad? Instagram eats first, dog. Like Instagram eats first. Why, son? You were just on this podcast, not just, but like probably like 30 episodes ago, saying how like
30 episodes ago.
you wish that like you took more pictures of your friends.
Yeah, that's
And
not
it's that-
food.
But those are fucking memories.
Oh
Like
my God, this fucking plate of Colombian food. Holy shit, the same one I get every single time, but I gotta take a picture again.
I don't know. I don't take enough
That
pictures
shit
of
pisses me
myself.
off. Or like oh my God, like I understand pictures, right? I'm trying to take more pictures, but stopping at every fucking location to take a fucking picture is crazy, bro.
I don't think it's that crazy.
It's crazy.
If it's your
crazy.
first time somewhere,
You're
fine.
not watching that shit. It's like taking pictures of fireworks or the moon. You're not gonna look back on it. Just delete it from your phone.
Can you do a hear me out? I like that. Be like, hear me out. We do not need to take a picture at every tourist attraction. Like you're never gonna look at these pictures again.
Okay.
I need that. Sorry to the listeners, but something along those lines.
Okay.
Hold on, let me make sure we're still recording. 58.
Why would we not be recording?
I feel like I heard my phone vibrate. Oh no, we're good.
Okay.
Sorry, fans. This is why we need a producer.
All right. Hear me out. If you're going out, you do not take. Oh, fuck. All right.
Oh my god.
Bro, I have a fucking stutter, bro. Something's wrong with me mentally.
Let's practice what you're gonna say.
I already know what I'm gonna say. I just fucking stuttered. Okay.
If you're going out, you don't need to take a picture at every single.
Yes, I know, Juan.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm just media training.
I just have a
We can cut all
fucking
this out. We can cut
stutter.
all this out if
Okay.
you want to.
I think it's fine.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, if you don't want people to know that, you got like the King's Speech going on.
I know. I'm good.
The King's
I'm good.
Speech. Have you ever? That's
Huh?
a good little callback.
The King's Speech.
The King's Speech.
What is that?
It's a movie about a king who needs to give a speech who has a stutter. Whatever. For the
Having a
movie
stutter's
buffs.
crazy. Anyway, I didn't watch that shit. All right. Hear me out. If you're going out, you do not need to take a picture or a video of everything going on, bro. If it's fireworks, you don't need to take a picture or take a video of it. You're going to see it next year. And even then, you're not going to look back on this. You're just not. It's just going to pile up in your phone, in your storage, and that's it. You'll be like, oh my God, look at these memories. All these 10,000 pictures you took, 10,000 videos that you're just not going to look at. That look like shit anyways.
You're so angry for what? Like, you just hate people having memories and having a good time, and maybe you're never gonna see this thing again. Maybe it's the Eiffel Tower, and I want to take a picture in front of it. Why does it matter if I want to take a picture in front of it?
Did I say Eiffel Tower?
Okay, well, let's say it's my favorite fucking buffet, and I go to this buffet every single Saturday. But this one Saturday, I'm like, yo, I really need to get this picture. No one knows about this place. I want to take a picture in front of it, and maybe it's just lost in my phone forever.
No, that's it. You took a picture with it. You're in the picture.
Okay.
That's way different than just taking a picture.
No. But what if you forget? You know what? I went to a IKEA, not a home decoration store the other day, and I took a picture of a couch. And I'm not even in the market for a couch, but it is a couch that I want to have in my memories, okay? Because I'm like, this was a really nice couch.
I bet you didn't think of that couch until this moment.
And I didn't, and it doesn't fucking matter because you know what?
You're
When I do think of that couch,
weirdo.
I'm gonna be able to scroll on my phone and see it's right there. And I'll be like, there you go. This is what America is, man. This is what I'm here for.
You deserve to go to jail.
I deserve to be happy, and happiness comes in many different forms.
Something wrong with you, psychologically.
I don't think so, but no, honestly, like I realized I don't take enough pictures of myself, and one of my friends wanted to make me like a dating app profile, cause you know I'm on my single shit. And listen, I know I get my DMs flooded. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Juan, let me be your girl." And out there, like guys, like I'm working on myself. Okay, like I'm trying to like work on this podcast. Like be the best man I can be, and I can't do that right now. I know my DMs are flooding. Like everyone's like, "Oh my God, Juan, like what's up? Oh my God." But I don't take enough pictures of myself. And then the other day, my friend wanted to start like a dating profile, and I was like, "Damn, the last nice picture I have of myself,
You were 18.
Is from like 2020. Like my nephew wasn't even born yet, type shit. Like, or no, my nephew might have been. My niece wasn't born yet, so it was like a year and a half ago, like 18 months ago. That's the last time I took like a nice picture of myself. And maybe I'm just ugly, and that's okay. That's okay. If that's the case, then I'll deal with that, and I'll be that man for the rest of my life. But I like to think that, I'm handsome occasionally, and I should take more pictures because I just don't think I'm like, it's not about, like, some people are just fucking photogenic. And I'm not one of those people that has been blessed with that skill.
Not me. If you were to just randomly pause on this podcast, bro, I'd look crazy.
I mean, we all know that Kevin purposely picks the worst fucking pictures of me.
Oh my God, I hate you, bro.
Every fucking week.
I hate you.
Week in, week out, Kevin picks the worst pictures of me, and that's fine. Like I'm not even upset about it anymore.
You know how much extra time it takes now to get a good thumbnail because I'm like, oh fuck, is Juan gonna think he looks good here or not?
And you should have been thinking about that from the fucking start. We're 40 episodes in, and you're just now considering how handsome
you're
I
pretty,
look.
bro. Except
I'm not pretty enough, Kevin. You ever think I'm insecure? You ever think about that? You ever think that maybe just maybe I don't like the way I look sometimes?
I failed to see how that's my problem.
And I failed to see how we've made it to 40 episodes. Son, it's because like if I was ever like on a hidden camera TV show, like I would be fucked. Because I don't like how I look from certain angles, and if they posted that shit without my knowledge, I'd be pissed. It's like that show, fucking Jury Duty. I think we talked about it before, where the guy wasn't aware that a show was going on.
Oh,
he was the only
yes, and he was like getting into fuck situations.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would hate to be on that show because like I don't have say in the final cut, and I don't think.
Well, speaking of Jury Duty, bro, I had to do that shit like today, bro. Oh my God, I've been dodging that shit for 3 years now, and they finally got me. They didn't let me get excused. Because the first time I was in Massachusetts, but then I left Boston, so then I moved back, and I was like, "Hey, sorry, I can't go."
Yeah.
Then the second time was like right when COVID hit and the lockdown happened. I sent them an email like, "Yo, I'm not going. I hate to tell you, but I'm not going. It's not worth it." And then then I got deferred, and then I got another fucking jury duty summons now, and I had to go because they did not let me extend it. They were like, "You can't. You have to go." I'm like, man, that's so fucking fucked. Anyway, the thing about jury duty, bro, if there's one thing that I hate about myself, is my fucking last name, bro. When it comes to government things, my last name has fucked me over every single time.
Why? I don't.
Because you're there forever. Because they go alphabetically. And, oh my God, it pisses me off.
What do you mean they go off like alphabetical?
They go alphabetical order. They call like attendance. They do everything. So then you're waiting until they call you, and you're just chilling, doing nothing, absolutely bored. People that are A, they're gone. They're out. They're done.
What do you mean they're done with jury duty? Like, don't you have to stay for a fucking trial?
Yes, but like once they call your name, you're good until they call everybody. So you could go do something else. You could go whatever. Turn off your camera. But I have to wait.
You're complaining about online jury duty?
Yeah, I am.
I just realized you don't even have to go fucking in person.
I almost did, but then I didn't get picked, so it is what it is.
So what are you even complaining about?
The fact that I had to be there waiting. Lost a day of work for that shit, man.
And I mean, you literally didn't have to lose a day of work. You could have just worked until you heard your name, and then you could have just tuned in.
Well, no. How?
Yeah.
I can't listen to both at once.
Fucking... This guy doesn't have a real job, bro.
Anyway, now there was people that worked there. They were like, bro, motherfuckers folded so easily. They were just like, oh, like, can I just be excused? And like, they've been telling me, like, hey, if you just go through today, you'll be good, and you have to be like, you're good. Like, you don't have to do anything. Oh, I have to do something by 3. Yeah, but at 3 we'll be done. You're good. But they were like, no, just defer me. So now they have to go do that shit again. They were there for like 5 hours.
How many times do you have to do jury duty?
Once every 3 years.
Every 3 years?
Well, like not every 3 years, but like you get called. Like you can't do it again within a 3-year window, and then it's like whenever you get called after that.
That's the one good thing about being undocumented. They can't get my ass.
Oh,
I don't have that civil right, unfortunately.
yeah. My mom's scared that she's gonna get picked for jury duty now because she's a citizen.
So I'm just gonna say I don't speak no English.
Somebody did that shit. I was like, this is the worst fucking accent I've ever heard. Yeah.
Did it work? Did he get deferred?
Yeah, they got deferred.
Oh, so if you get deferred, you still have to do it.
No, sorry. Deferred is different. Deferred is just getting a different date to do what we just did. But if you just get excused, you're good for a year. Or you're good for 3 years.
Oh,
so that's what happened.
Shit.
But this is my thing, right? It was like 300 of us in that Zoom call, like waiting to get called our names so we can move on to the next step. And she was telling us, she was like, oh, the faster we do this, the faster we gonna get done. And this is my thing, right? I think I said it in the last episode where it's like, oh my God, you gonna get asked maybe once or twice, like how you pronounce your name or whatever. And then after that, I no longer care. But in a situation like this, when we got 300 people we got to get through, bro, this is not the time for you to be like, my name is pronounced this way. Oh, my God, bro. There was one guy who was like, I don't even know. It was like some regular ass name like Zach, but it was spelled weird as shit. Like, blame your parents, bro, to be honest. They were like, Zachi or whatever. He was like, that's not my name. My name is Zaki or whatever. And I was like, bro, nobody cares. We're trying to leave. Like, please. Like, this is not the fucking time. If it was somebody you actually like talk to on a daily basis, I get it. I completely get it. You know what? Tell them your name. They need to like pronounce your name like properly. But somebody you're gonna see once, they might be dead in the next 3 years. Who knows? It does not matter. Like, move on. And there was so many of them motherfuckers, man.
I have to agree with you though. Like, if it's a one-time interaction, like you can say my name wrong. Like, call me whatever you want. Call me Jim. Like, if you really want to.
No, son, they were like, Kevin, Zeb. I was like, here. I moved on.
I don't give a fuck. You're never gonna say my name ever again your whole life. That's it. Like, this jury duty shit. Like, we could just get it over.
You think they care? As soon as the day ended, they no longer know how to pronounce your name, so it doesn't matter.
Literally though, that's actually. But how was it?
It was fine. I mean, I can't talk about it. I don't want to.
Oh, like incriminate yourself? Are you allowed to even come here?
What? Like,
because aren't there like some like some cases where like you can't see your family and shit?
Not I.
Oh well, you did like an online one, so it's.
Oh no, it wasn't online. You were gonna have to go in person, but they just do the jury picking online now.
Oh, they picked you?
No, that's.
Oh, you didn't get picked.
No, I didn't get picked.
So you got excused.
God. Yeah, I got excused. So I'm good for 3 years.
Wait, what did you do to get excused?
What do you mean?
They
just didn't pick me.
Oh.
They asked you a questionnaire, and they were like at the end of it, they were like, well, if you answered yes to any of these, then like you're out. And I was like, okay.
What type of questions were there? Are you allowed to say?
No, I can't tell you.
Damn, y'all. I want to know so bad. I'm too curious for this.
Become a citizen.
Son.
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
They don't ask everyone the same questions.
Yeah, they do.
No. I mean, it changes by case.
Oh.
Because like they need to know if you're like what's it called? Biased towards anything.
Yeah. That's why they were like, oh shit, like y'all.
Oh, I know what type of question. It'll be like
I will not answer yes or no.
Are you not allowed to, really?
I don't want to find out.
Oh, that's very true. Son, you think the U.S. government listens to this fucking podcast?
Who fucking knows, man?
But it'll be some shit like, do you think a Hispanic man could ever commit a crime? Like shit like that. You don't have to answer yes or no. But the only thing I know about jury duty is I didn't watch that show, but I've heard about it. But like every like sitcom has like a jury duty arc. Yeah. Like New Girl had a jury duty arc where Jess left for mad long.
Damn.
Yeah,
I remember. Like the thing I saw, I was like, I saw the duration. I was like, damn, this shit a month. Holy fuck! I don't want to do this.
The case was a month.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say that?
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. No, actually, I can't say the duration of the case. That was one thing they did say I could say. I will say the case was pretty interesting. I was like, yo, low key, this shit might be cool.
All right, once the statute of limitations are up.
Huh?
Once the statute of limitations are up.
I don't know when they're up. That's what I was trying to find out. 10 years.
Yeah.
You're never finding out, bro.
I think if the case goes public. Oh, it's like The Office when Toby.
No, I can't. Even if it's public, you can't talk about it, which is crazy.
But Toby, remember, did you watch The Office?
I didn't watch The Office.
Dude, what do you watch? I've been on an anime binge. I know I talk about this a lot on this podcast, but I've been watching like.
Bro, I've been watching the most obscure shit you've ever heard of, bro.
I watched this anime called "Chilling in My 30s" after getting fired by the Demon King Army. It was mid. I watched I've been watching Getting a Cheat Skill in Another World, then transferring to the real world too.
Bro, the way you be telling me these titles, bro, and the way anime titles be complicated now as fuck, there be like a whole paragraph like, oh, that time I cummed on my teacher and I got spawned back as a cum rag. Like, what?
The reason they do that is because I think like manga's having a hard time selling. So like, I don't know if it's manga's having a hard time selling, but they try to make the titles like as accurate to what's happening in the story so people will actually read it, because like people, it's such like a fast-paced world we live in now where it's like, if the thing is titled like race car, no one's gonna read it. But if it's like my race car that jumped off a cliff and turned on fire and ended up being a flying Pegasus,
that time I exploded and got 3rd-degree burns. Like, damn,
that sounds cool rather than explosion. You know what I mean? It makes sense. Like, I'm not agreeing with them all fully, but you know, I get it.
How do you introduce that to somebody, bro? You just gave them the whole plot.
But it's not like that tells me anything. Like, I got a cheat skill in another world and it transferred to the real world too. Like, you know, like he got a cheat skill in another world, transferred to the real world too. But like, what's the cheat skill? And like, what's in the other world?
Go back to regular
things, or chilling in my 30s after getting fired by the Demon King Army. It's like, what is he doing? Is he just chilling? Like, jobless reincarnation.
That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
The time I got reincarnated. That doesn't tell you anything about the fucking show.
You become a slime.
But any other tidbits of information for the week?
For jury duty? No. Apart from that, no. That was pretty much, I think.
Yeah, my week wasn't any fucking.
What did you do, man? I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks. Well, apart from just watching shows, is that it? Were you just gremlining?
I think I just like. I don't know. Yeah, I've just been a gremlin. Like, I don't even game anymore. Like, I just fucking like come home, and we never go to the podcast. Are you real?
Do you like T-pose until the next time I come over?
Son, I lay in bed like a fucking vampire. Like, I'll put my arms to my side, just lay back. That's all I do until I have to actually like do something productive. But I haven't gamed. Because like, dude, like the thing about adulting, bro, is like, son, like you have more time, but you got no time. You have to like. The thing about adulting is like you actually have to make decisions about what you're gonna do with your time. That's the thing, right? When you're younger, you don't even have the choice of what to do with your time. It's like, well, at least for some people, but for me, it was like school and work. So like I had no choice in what to do with my time. Like I knew I had to go to school and I had to work. Now that one of those things is eradicated and I just go to fucking work all the time, it's like, oh, now I have to choose what I want to do. Before I used to game because I'm like, I got no human interactions. But then, you know, I got school, I got work and shit, so I interact with humans all the time. I talk to my friends occasionally. But it's like, now I'm like choosing, like, it's really two options, like game or watch anime. And lately, I've just been on my anime binge. It's probably going to end soon. Like, my binge is going to be done. I'm going to grind some TFT or something. But I've been fucking heavy with this anime shit. I don't know. Maybe I've just been, like, trying to... I told myself, until I get in, like, I don't want to say this. Until something happens in my life, something new happens in my life, I'm depriving myself of all of my joys. And I think that's why I haven't gamed either.
Bro, you literally dropped a song.
I fucking dropped the song. I forgot I did that.
How do I know
shit.
more about you than I... Wait, what?
I dropped a song. A little freestyle with one of my friends. If you guys don't know, I used to make mad music.
If y'all don't know, go stream Juan's song, Everything. That's the best song he's ever dropped. Everything else is kind of mid, but, like, you know, go listen to that one.
That's my... You know what sucks? Like, when I show people my music... They're like, oh, this actually isn't that bad. And I'm like, yeah, I make good music.
But the thing is, bro, like when you, like if you were to ask me, I'm not like a music enjoyer, bro. So like I just throw on whatever as background noise. Like it'd be, you know what'd be fun? Like I like reviewing albums. Cuz I don't really have like a well, actually not to lie, I have a taste in music.
Yeah, you like classical shit cuz you're a fucking nerd. No, I'm joking. You don't like classical things. But no, yeah, I dropped a song. Yeah, I used to make a lot of music, but the thing is, like, I genuinely don't make bad. Like, that's the thing. Like, it sucks because like I'm biased, but like when I show people my music, they're genuinely like surprised by how good it is. I remember one time when I still worked for this other company, I showed my coworker one of my songs. He literally fucking ripped off his headphones. He was like, "Bro, what the fuck are you still doing here? Like, go make music." I showed him Rocket Ships, and then I showed him On and On, and that motherfucker was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, go make music, bro. Like, what are you doing? And like I showed my other friends some of my songs, and he told me, one of my friends recently, the one that I produced this song with, he was like, bro, like I have a song called Tell Me, and he was like, yo, I could see this being in like every single YouTuber's Get Ready With Me. And I was like, really? He was like, yo, like I really feel like this could be a hit. And I was like,
now.
When I dropped Rocket Ships,
tell the truth now. Right?
When I dropped Rocket Ships, one of my friends that I grew up with, who I went to high school with too, she messaged me.
You good?
I have a fucking hair in my mouth.
Oh.
I got it out now. But one of my friends who I grew up with messaged me, and she was like, this song was beautiful, like your voice, the beat. Oh, this was like beautiful. She was like, yo, this is amazing. I didn't think you could make something like this. And I was like, yo. So for those of you who are interested, go listen to Rocket Ships. That's one of my favorite songs I've ever made ever. You could listen to everything that Kevin's suggesting.
Just wrong. Everything is just better.
Look up soundcloud.com/boundmus. BOUNDMUS. SoundCloud.com/BOUNDMUS. And just listen to Rocket Ships. Listen to my new song is kind of me talking my shit, but you can listen to that too. Listen to everything. Listen to Alone, also one of my favorite songs. Just listen to my music. Go buy Funkos from Kevin. And this has been episode 40.
Yeah.
A little all over the place. Sorry we missed last week. We're trying to be better. We're trying to do better. We're a 2-man army here, and we work all the time.
I love y'all. New YouTube guidelines, bro. It's so much easier now.
Oh, yeah. Get us to 500 subscribers.
Yes, it's not even 1,000, bro. Just tell 500. Bro, most of y'all are Hispanic, bro. Y'all got big-ass families. Come on. Tap in.
Yo, the Hispanic community, Son, I'm about to change the name of this podcast to His Panic. And
I hated that.
And it's just a podcast about two Hispanics, and we're just freaking out all the time.
I did not like that at all.
His Panic. And it's like His Panic, hosted by HMO. Who
let him
We
cook,
also
bro?
need to start... Dude, I want to start making like real YouTube videos too. I want to do a bunch of things, yo. Like every time, like that's the thing. Like once I get a tidbit of like imagination, I start like running with it. But I'm not gonna delve into that any further today. This has been HMO the podcast. These were your hosts. We'll try to be here again next week, if not in 2 weeks, but probably next week, but maybe not. So who fucking knows?
I lied. I hate all of y'all. Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in.
Mwah.